What we have here is a L70H, 622722 is the serial number. It's got 957 hours on it, I believe. We'll go from memory, but I'll show a picture of the hour meter once we get in the cab. The machine was parked over there. It's really muddy. The tire tread, it's actually got really good tire tread life. It's just packed full of mud. As we get closer, I'll show you. Starting out with the bucket. So you see quick upper, obviously, and then this machine's got third valve. We'll get closer and we'll show you those. The bucket, the cutting edge on it looks pretty good. Still has a flip left. Nothing looks broken on any of the edges. Those tie downs, typically what you'll see is when guys are pushing snow, they'll have those and they'll chain the box to that. More than likely, that's why those are on there. We'll start with the Volvo ISO coupler. Looks pretty good. This machine did go through a Volvo certified process, so the paint has been touched up in spots. Not a full paint job, but it has been touched up, so the machine looks pretty good. Looking at the cylinders, you can tell they're not leaking or dripping. I'll show you the third valve connections. A little rust on there, a little rust on that one. Like I said, the tires are just packed full of mud. It's mid 30s, low 40s, and then all the frost is out of the ground, and then everything's really soupy and messy. I do have the light switch on. Obviously the machine's off, you don't hear it running, so that's what you see. That's just on right now because I have it on the cab. Go here, look at the hoses. That's what I look for to make sure everything up there, none in here is not corroded. All looks pretty good. The machine's been sitting since it came back on rent. It hasn't went through and got a after rent wash job on it yet, so it's a little dirty from the snow rental, the snow loaner that it went out on. See, all the glass is intact. This does have the nicer mirrors on it. See up there, the hood did open as it should. No issues there. This machine, like I said, you can tell it's muddy. But yeah, they're just packed full of mud. Like I said, the machine has yet to be washed since it's been back on rent, so it'll get cleaned up. We've had some snow, then it melts, and then we had more snow. You can see the machine was serviced at 878 hours. Some dust on the engine. It'll get washed off. Cooling package. You know, when I'm looking at these, I look at the fittings, and you know, there's no corrosion on it. No corrosion on those. That's always a good indication. So this does have extra counterweight on it. See, it's got the guarding. Machine does take def. Should draw bar pin. I don't know if that's standard Volvo. There's your pin. So you can see right there. Looks like they touched up. Maybe, I don't think that's from the factory. Def. See right there. Just some dirt will get cleaned up. Charger, DPF, and burner, and all that good stuff. Emissions package. Again, the tires just packed full of mud. You can see they're lots of tread left. See all the glass is intact. I forgot to point out. So yeah, this has got the beacon light. You can see up there. It's got the rear lights. And obviously it's got the lights on the cab, and then the headlights, as I would call them. oxidation. You can see it's a little touch-up paint right there. Sometimes this metal right here will rust, and they'll touch it up or they'll paint it. That's just the overlay of the old decal. I think that was probably Penn Jersey is where it came from originally, so I think that was their decal. All right, let's walk around. Close the hood. You can see a little bit of surface rust, I guess you would say. Pretty common. That's where guys drag their feet in, so it'll rub the paint off. That's fairly common. So it's closing. You can hear it's going down, no issues. You can kind of see the reflection right there. It's a little different. That's from the previous dealer's decals. So what we'll do is we'll climb up. We'll take a peek at the roof of the machine, the back here. There's the beacon light, roof of the machine, top here. And now we'll jump down inside the machine here. You can see it's dirty from the last rental. So, cab seat. So the seat looks pretty good. There's no headrest in there. Doesn't look like there was one. Here are your books. Storage compartment. Okay, you can see the selling dealer was Penn Jersey. When we bought it, it came from that area of the country. Radio, climate control, backup camera. 957 hours. Let's close the door. Oh, multi-lever controls. Forward, reverse. Boom suspension, your kickouts, your regen, transmission stuff. Yep, I've got the quick coupler unhooked, so that works. That indicator. Let's check the vehicle messages. This will all get checked out. I think there's one, the coolant needs adjusted. We will take care of that. All right, we're in 622722, and we're going to hook up the coupler. So you can see down, up, tilt forward, and then that's for your third valve. But see if I can do this one-handed here. There we go. A little brake. There you go. And then bring it up, tilt it back. Perfect. Check coolant level. Yep, they're going to check that as part of the cell prep process. And so let's check the coupler, make sure it's on. So we'll run the bucket up and down through a couple cycles so you can see it. So it locks in your detent. I just kicked that out manually. Tilt. Sorry, doing that one-handed, not so smooth. A little bounce to it. So first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear. and then I'll just go through the it's an automatic shift, so third gear. Then I don't think we're gonna have enough space to get up to fourth gear. So you can see, as I mentioned earlier about the tires, the yard is muddy. We'll go over here. I don't know if I've got anything in the yard to test. A test pile. You can see no alarms. The coolant light will be looked into. Sometimes when they sit, they just need to have that coolant adjusted, and sometimes the sensor acts up. We'll check that out. All right, we'll go in reverse, so we'll stop it, brake stop it, no noises, go reverse. And then you hear the backup alarm, so brake stop. Said no alarms came on or coming on. You see the backup alarm's working. It's in the 30s right now. It's warm in the cab, but radio's working. Radio light, map light or something. Like I said, it's your third valve. Here to engage. Nothing hooked up, so if you got a grapple bucket, angle blade, that would operate it. That's your tilt, like I said. So that works. And then that's your lift up, lift down. And as you look through the cab, you can see there's plenty of air outlets. All these are intact. There's your parking brake. There's your quick coupler. Like I said, you got the fancy mirrors on here. So there's your mirror adjust right there for those mirrors. And then what else we got? I think that's about it. You got the fire extinguisher right there. Pretty clean the cab. The cab, I don't smell much of an odor in here. Maybe cigarettes, somebody's smoked in it before, but to me it seemed kind of faint, but my smelling might not be the best. So like I said, pretty clean loader, so it'll go through the prep process and then it'll get wiped down, like the dust and all that good stuff. So let's go back here and then I'll show you that we're actually in 622-722, 958 hours. So we just changed from 957 to 958. So